Yo, what is up, party people? Who is in the chat so far? Anybody here? Let's just do a surprise Thursday live watch party on Hot Mic. What do you say? Let me get my headphones in here so I can hear everything properly. I got to turn down my, well, actually, first let me get this synced. So, where is the sync button here? Sync. All right. So maybe it won't work until the game is started. But anyhow, if you are with me, let's see here. It looks like we're live. And people will start coming there. What's going on, everybody? Dick Jones, nice to see you. Luke Ayer, Nick Ferguson, Slick Storm, Duke. Let's go. We got a typical, well, it used to be a really great matchup, Lakers-Celtics. But with the injuries, it's a little bit interesting. But we'll see. The Lakers have some players that can keep the game close, I suppose is what we'll call it. So if you download the Hot Mic app, come on over. There are some prop bet questions. If you win enough of those questions, you get points. And if you win all the points over the night, you'll win $100. So get in there. We did it last week. It was across a couple different Hot Mic shows. And one of my guys in my show won $100. So you can too. Plus, if you sign up and get the Hot Mic app and come on there and watch it with me there, it'll sync you up to the game with me. And you can ask questions directly with audio. You can come right on, and they're not going to do the video, I don't think, anymore, but they'll do the audio. So you can come on here. We can chop it up, the whole thing. It's really a fun time. So let me see if I can get this synced now. I wonder if it's going to let me do it. Maybe not. Am I on? Let me make sure I'm on TNT here. Where am I? Info. There it is. No, I am not. I thought I typed it in. 245. Let's get over to get off the Warriors game. Let's get over to the TNT game. All right, here we go. They're finishing up Bucks and Hawks. It might be just about done. Just finished. So I'm going to do this thing where I hit sync.
This season, that'll do it for us. Marv Albert, Chris Leonard from Atlanta.
Okay. So now if you download the Hot Mic app, you can sync up the game with me directly. I'm going to turn the volume down so I can hear myself think. But okay, what is up? Let's talk we can talk in the chat. There's also a chat in the Hot Mic as well, and I'm hoping that you can hear me. It's Ian. It says you can hear me in the Hot Mic, so that's cool. I hope that is what that means. It looks like you can hear me. So if you can't, let me know on Hot Mic if you can, if it sounds good. But we have some questions already coming up. We can throw it out there to the YouTube side if you like. But certainly, if you're on the Hot Mic app, you can win $100 if you get all these questions right. So let's do this. The first question was, who will win tonight's matchup? And I chose the Celtics. I just feel like, with the way the Lakers are shorthanded. I think that the Celtics are playing on a back-to-back, though. But we got to check. Fred Van Vliet, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Friend of the Breakdown, thanks for doing the interview with me last year before COVID happened. There's another question. We can ask another question. So get on the Hot Mic, get in here, and you can be part of this this thing. All right, let's see here. So we have the next question. Total points. This is good. This is a good question. Over 212.5 or under 212.5. So that's the average of what, 106 or so, 106. I don't know. I probably think it might go over, maybe, right? I mean, the Lakers are a really tough defensive team. The Celtics are not, but let's just think that maybe they're going to score some points. I'm going to go over 212.5. I don't know. Why not? Next answer. Okay. And then that was the total points scored. And then I think that's all the questions they have so far. But we got people in the leaderboard, and you can get in there too and be part of this $100 giveaway on Hot Mic. What's happened? If you guys want to ask some questions before the game starts and you're on Hot Mic, come on in. It'll actually stream it live to the YouTube side as well. Let me pop out this chat and make sure I can monitor everything and everyone that's saying everything easily. Can we get an oof in this chat, as my son likes to say? Let's see here. Where do I put my TV screen? There we go. So we got Brooke Lopez doing a little bit of interview here. All right. What we got going up here? Is AD playing? I had not heard that AD is playing. I kind of felt like they're going to bring AD and LeBron back together. Duke, Coach, how am I? I'm pretty good, but I got a lot of work to do. I got to do a birthday video. A surprise birthday video from the wife. Hopefully she's not watching this. And I'm going to be up all night because it's due tomorrow. And I've been so busy. But also stay tuned for I'm doing a breakdown on what am I doing a breakdown on? the Knicks. So stay tuned tomorrow for a Knicks breakdown. Should be really good. And I'm excited to drop that one as well in the midst of doing my own personal videos, which is funny. By the way, I used to make event videos. I used to do these, so I have a lot of pressure on myself to make it really awesome. Do I think that Jaylen Brown can help them to a W? I think that Jaylen Brown is the guy. I kind of like him better than Tatum. It's weird, I know, but I think that he ends up being more effective, if you will. Tatum is a splashier player, but certainly I think Brown sort of just I just respond to his play a lot better. Okay. Let's do this. And don't forget, there's always the super chats on YouTube if you want to get my attention right away while I'm busy doing all this stuff going on here. But where is my chat? Okay. But don't forget, Hot Mic is there. Link is in the description, and win some money. What's the code for the app? I don't think there's a code, right? It's not asking you for one, is it? You should just be able to just download it on either Android or iOS and then find me. The code would be B-Ball Breakdown. Just find my channel. Yeah. Oh, and then by the way, return a video of Curry. I wanted to do a video today, but I was so busy finishing the Knicks one and whatever. Curry isn't going off today. I thought for sure he'd have 80 points. I literally thought we were going to be like, are they going to take him out because it's a blowout and he's just going to be on a way to just 80 points. Didn't happen that way, but he did hit a couple threes. So he hadn't hit one all the way until at least the third quarter. So he'll probably end up with a 35 plus points, whatever, but still, I will do a video. This is definitely the greatest 8 or 9 game stretch I think I've ever seen from him. Let's see here. Can the Celtics? I did a video and the Celtics are broken, and of course, as soon as I did that, they won a bunch of games. Right? I'm going to tell you right now. This it did well. Everyone was interested in seeing the Celtics video, but as soon as you did that, I have the SI jinx in the opposite way where the people do much better after I do videos on them. So since I did the video, they've won, 3 or 4 in a row. So what do I know? Tonight will be another good chance to see how they're doing. So I didn't actually get the chance to watch this Milwaukee Atlanta game. It looks like it was close, at least into the third quarter, but I feel like the score in my memory was it got a little away from them. I'm watching the TNT right here with Brook Lopez hitting a crazy over-the-head double pump off the glass horse shot. And always good to see PJ Tucker out there. I think that's a good addition for the Milwaukee Bucks now that he's out there contributing. They've got some good pieces now. I feel better about them, I think, the Bucks than I have in a while, actually, believe it or not. Crazy LMA, LaMarcus Aldridge news today, how he just retired because of his heart. Shocking and understandable. Let's see here. Spider or JT? Spider Mitchell or Jason Tatum? I don't know. That's a good question. It's like, I guess they're similar in some respects, but Jason Tatum is so much bigger and longer that maybe because it's defensively, you might have to take him. And then my thoughts on the Aldridge retirement was just shocking. But also, listen, his health is of utmost importance. And if they discovered a serious arrhythmia, then, they probably told him you could have a real problem on the court or if you continue to play professional sports. I have to imagine that was one of the things they said was that could be a whatever likelihood or probability. Had they told them that, oh, don't worry, arrhythmias are common, which they are, but maybe in professional athletes doing that kind of thing, they don't want to screw around with that. So I get it. Jokic or Embiid? Well, I picked Embiid for the MVP because I think he's just going to win it. He's played the more games, and I think that whatever Jokic can do better offensively, makes up for the deficiencies on the defensive side. But if I had to take listen, I would take a healthy Embiid if he could be healthy the whole time. I think I'd take him over Jokic. Although it's tough though because Jokic and the passing, and it's it just sort of breeds all sorts of other movement and everyone else wants to pass and cut. It's an exciting kind of basketball. And by the way, now that Jamal Murray is not playing the rest of the year from that injury of the ACL, you know what? I would imagine Jokic's numbers even go up even further. And so he'll probably even make a stronger argument for being MVP. And by the way, I think the Nuggets are pretty deep. They could probably, through the regular season, do nicely without Jamal Murray. Now, the playoffs are a different story. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go back over to the hot mic. I feel like there's some questions over there. What team is the biggest threat to the Lakers in the West? Well, are the Lakers the biggest threat? Like, I don't know, but I would have to say in the West. Let's look at the standings here. Let me get my bearings. They'd have to be worried about the Nuggets. I kind of still feel like the Mavericks have something, but then they kind of take it 2 steps back. But then they won that game last night against Memphis. I turned the game off. I don't know why. I was watching it. It just seemed like Memphis had the game. And then Luka does what he did. And I should have done a video on that one too. But hey, I'm only one man. So I still feel like Dallas is dangerous. Denver is dangerous. Phoenix is probably – I'm more sold on Phoenix, believe it or not, than I am the Jazz right now. So we'll have to see how that plays out, if I'm way off or not. But let's see. Human person asks, do offensive sets get stagnant and basic this time of year? Are your teams saving their playbook for the playoffs? I don't know. I don't necessarily see that. I mean, I'm pretty sure what we're seeing some good sets out of timeouts. So we're seeing their motion. I don't think anyone's really hiding anything per se. Maybe, an out of bounds play or something you might not see until the playoffs. But if you're going to run the sets in an offense, in the playoffs, you better have worked on them in the regular season in games. You got to have that rhythm going. Jason Tatum or Luka Doncic? Oh, Luka without question. I didn't mention the Clippers. Wow, I totally missed them in this whole thing. So the Clippers. I don't know, man. I haven't seen them healthy. No one has seen them healthy. I just don't know what they have. On paper, with Serge Ibaka healthy and Patrick Beverley playing, yeah, they should be one of the favorites to get out of the West, but I just don't know. Paul George is lighting it up right now, and we don't know what he's going to do in the playoffs, but certainly he's doing it now. Wow, the comparisons are coming fast and furious. So and by the way, so forgive me for the Clipper non-love. I don't know. Looking at the standings, I totally missed it. MPJ or Mikal Bridges? It's a really good question there, but I think Michael Porter Jr. is the guy you have to go with. But if he can't get better on defense, then you got to go with Mikal Bridges, who's like turning into a lockdown defender, elite defender, and then he can nail threes. Michael Porter Jr. has a lot more ability all around offensively, but Mikal makes up for all that stuff with his defense. So that's close, but I still have to feel like MPJ is the guy. Coach K moving Nolan Smith to an assistant position. Where was Nolan Smith before? And I don't know. Sure. I mean, there's been a lot of assistants out there, former players of his that have been waiting to take over for Coach K, who's not going to retire anytime soon. Shea Gilgeous or Ja Morant. That's another really good one. Yeah, that'd be a good video. Man, I love them both. I'm not sure I can pick. That's a tough one. Michael Porter Jr. could be KD. Right. Michael Porter Jr. offensively is a lot like KD, not defensively, but offensively. I think that's what he reminds me of all the time. Don't forget, if you're over on the Hot Mic app, you can ask me questions here. You can request to come on. I got to keep my eye on that so I can let you in if you do. So come on over. You can chop it up with me via audio, not video. So don't worry about not looking presentable. You can just talk, and it'll be streamed out to the YouTube side. So let's do it. Plus, you can win $100. Let's see here. Are there any other questions coming up? I don't know. I guess we have to wait until the game starts, and they start asking prop bet questions like, who's going to win the first quarter. But so far, we got to wait for this game to start, man. It's already 7:09 over here. Bill Simmons made the point on how Jokic points are going to drop because of no two-man game with Murray. Yeah, but there's two-man games with other people on that team. Barton, who else? Aaron Gordon. They have a lot of ability to find, other ways to generate a lot of points. I like Gary Trent. I think Gary Trent's a tough SOB. He can score it. He can shoot it. He can play defense. Great pickup for the Raptors. And you know what? I watched Powell, and he's doing Powell things with the Blazers. So I don't know exactly who's going to win that, but it was I don't know. I'm not sure I agreed with why they wanted to swap those two guys. Luka or Dame? I gotta, I love those guys. I love both of those guys, but I might have to take Luka. I really might. I don't know, man. I don't know. Luka's been defending, and he's big, so that's a tough one. But I might have to go with him. But Dame, it's hard to pick against Dame. Wow. MVP D Rose or MVP Russ? I'd probably take D Rose, right? I don't know. That's a good question. And listen, MVP Russ is great too. I can't decide. That's a tough one. Wow, you guys are giving me some real brain teasers here. Oh, there's Jacob Green, manager over at Ball State, who we're going to chop it up on Monday. So that'll be fun. So I don't know, Jacob, if you talk to Coach Whitford, by the way. So Jacob Green's head coach at Ball State is James Whitford, who was the head manager at Wisconsin when I was there as a manager. So he's my boss basically for 2 years. So that was always nice. James is always nice. Hey, we got a super chat. My goodness, thank you so much, Blazers Jr. Very, very generous of you. Thank you very much. Can we get a video exposing Trailblazers' horrible defense and awful ISO offense, please? Wow. Okay. Gosh, I probably should do a Blazers video. I mean, I haven't done one in a while. And now that they're getting finally healthy, you might not think that it's going to be what you're describing now that they got everybody back. I'm excited to see what they can do over the last 20 games. I think Terry Stotts is as well because it's probably his job on the line, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I'll have to put that on the list and see what we can do, especially because they're healthy. I've been waiting for like Collins to come back, and now Nurkic has been back. So, and who else? I feel like someone else just came back too that they've been waiting for. But CJ is back. So we'll finally get a chance to see a little bit clearer what the Blazers are all about. Tatum or Butler? Wow. I don't know. I mean, the Butler that played in the finals, I'd take that over, almost everybody. But then we get the Butler in the regular season too. It's confusing to me, but probably Tatum. That's another tough one. Wow. I love Shai Gilgeous. I love his craftiness, the way he can generate points, off-foot layups, floaters. His 3-point shot. Let me check how wonky it is now. It used to be actually pretty good. It's not the best form, and I'm wondering if he can go high volume on that. But no, he's shooting 42% of 5 attempts. That's good. So yeah, his 3-point shot is effective. It's working. So I think he's great. I think he's he's just going to keep getting better and better. So he'll get to 26 points a game, and I'm sure he'll get to 7 or 7.5 assists per game there. Hello, Sarah. Are the Nets overhyped? I don't think so, man. They're freaking hyped because they're hyped. They're good. They're really good. The Aldridge thing really kind of hurts them. I thought he could really help them, but they're deep enough where they don't need him necessarily. I don't have a defensive player of the year. I don't know. I mean, who would it be? The usual suspects. Actually, I probably do if I looked at it. I'm always terrible with those kind of awards. I'm always missing somebody who should get it. Gosh, I mean, listen, even a guy like on the Sixers, Matisse Thybulle, I love the way he plays defense. He's really effective. I don't think he'll ever, I don't think he's going to get it this year, but he's a guy who should get some kudos for that. Who else, is playing some defense this year? Geez Louise. I don't know. Somebody give me some suggestions. Why hasn't Joe Ingles been MVP yet? I think it's a mindset. That dude, I feel like, should be able to score 24 a game if he really wanted to, if he had that mindset. But he's content to be part of an offense, not force it too much at all, if ever. But I really kind of feel like if he was more aggressive, he could get there. But by the way, a lot of NBA players can score 20 a game. They really can. They're that good. They just don't have the role. They're going to lose their position on, in the rotation. They shoot too much. That happens, unfortunately. But I do feel like Ingles could be that guy. What is the average? Like 12 points a game, 13. So MVP Curry or MVP LeBron? I mean, you got to probably choose LeBron, but I would probably take Curry. I would take Curry just for the entertainment value. You can watch the game on TNT is where it's being aired on. That's where I'm watching it, even though I bet you I can watch it on Spectrum local too. But I wanted to sync up. If you're with me on the hot mic, and then people are. By the way, don't forget there are questions you can answer, and if you answer enough of them right, you can win $100. And then you can also request to come on the show, and I can chop it up with me. So let me get that tab open so I can see anybody requesting. Let me put that on my second screen here so I don't miss it, because I certainly want to chop it up with people. Who's better to you, the Jazz, Suns, or Clippers? Wow. The Clippers, we just don't know because they haven't been healthy. I would almost think on paper it would be the Clippers, but I kind of would probably do something like Suns, Clippers, Jazz. Suns, Jazz, Clippers. I don't know. It's hard. That's another one. You guys are stymieing me with these ridiculously hard questions, and I don't know how I can weigh in any better than that. Catherine, hello. Hey, Catherine over on Hot Mic. Always good to see you. I got to see the Harlem Globetrotters live a number of times the year they had this incredible point guard. Oh, Wilt. Oh, okay. All right. And the game is on. Are you ready, sports fans, for some serious insight from Coach Nick? Nice little backdoor cut by Jaylen Brown. Remember that usually the rule is in any kind of offense, rooted in the Princeton style, is if they dribble at you, you cut backdoor. And that's exactly what he did. Little one-handed bounce pass, boom. And they had to foul him to stop the layup. I still would like to see him finish that one, but either way, a foul's a foul, and drawing one is good. It's good for the team. So, and then Marc Gasol's already losing his footwork, his feet, his shoes. The Knicks video is coming out tomorrow. I had an ad in there. I had it be improved. There you go. Okay, back to the show. And there's Kemba looking in, forcing a switch with Gasol on him. And then there goes, look, like I told you, Jaylen Brown right to the basket, getting in the middle. A nice little layup. Now Kuzma's back for the Lakers, at least. So they have a little bit more firepower. Wait, Wes Matthews is starting? Okay. Well, we'll see what that means. Little pinch post action. And then there's quite a backdoor cut, but pinch post to Kyle Kuzma. Really well defended. Marcus Smart recovered to stop that shot. And then we get a Wes Matthews step through off the glass. No, not anything close. So let's see what we got here. They attack. So that Schroeder, okay, good ball movement, getting a wide open shot in the corner. The Celtics better clean up that rotation. I realize they're going to be in trouble. So then they come down. Oh, so we have the Tristan Thompson starting. Oh, well. And a nice little kick out wide open to Jaylen Brown. That's a problem. And then no one's guarding Wes Matthews. The only thing he can do, he can't dribble real well and get to the basket. He can't move that quickly anymore. And they let him have that three. It's probably the one thing you don't want to let him do. And then there's the Jaylen Brown pull-up. Didn't look smooth out of his hand. And you notice as Jaylen Brown came around that handoff, he uses the inside hand dribble, which gets him around that quicker and keeps that space, and the defender can't shoot through. All right, and I got to keep my eye open for is it polls? No, it's not the polls. Is that where they put? Yeah, okay. And we have more to come. Let's see here. So don't forget, if you we have some questions throughout the game about the game and the score, and if you get enough of those right, and you'll win $100 over on Hot Mic. So come on over here and join us. Let's see here. Okay, so Marcus Smart sort of in the high post. That's that cross screen they set for Jason Tatum to get a low post up, and they have Schroeder on him, mouse in the house. That wasn't pretty, and Tatum's eyes were down, and he almost lost the ball, and but got the shot off anyway and switched it. All right, a little two-man game with Gasol and Schroeder yields a nice little turnaround for Gasol in the post. Somebody who's never been aggressive enough for my taste on offense. All right, let's see what the Celtics do. Again, more high post action here at the split, and then coming around Tatum. Now he gets to attack Gasol, and this little, oh my goodness, a little fadeaway. But see, like the problem with Jason Tatum's eyes are down. As soon as he tries to lift up to look at the shot, he's now catching the rim as late as possible, and it's hard to aim, especially if you're going to try and do a bank shot like that, hit up the top of the backboard. Yikes. All right. So now they're running their own high post. We're getting the same kind of offense here, both sides. And Taylor Horton-Tucker gets the handoff at the elbow and can't nail the three. What's good, effortless? Where is Drummond? Did Drummond get hurt? I feel like that's what I read the other day. Someone in the chat, I'm sure, will tell us. All right, and then there's Pau Gasol popping and shooting. Okay. Now remember, these big early leads don't mean much. Usually they end up getting closed the gap. So 9-2 doesn't mean much generally in the NBA. A couple shots, boom, they're right back in it. All right, so there's the problem. Kemba Walker dancing around the perimeter and then gets a long two. That's not what they need out of that one off that pick and roll. And Taylor Horton-Tucker's playing catch as somebody sitting on the baseline. Oh, my GOAT is Michael Jordan. So now THT is back out of the game. Looks like they bring. I'm not listening to the audio that much. I didn't know what happened to KCP, but now is he back? Looks like he's not back. Never mind. Pistol action for a running floater by Tatum, and that's enough for Coach Vogel. He's going to call timeout and at least draw up a play here to get a bucket because the other side isn't doing so well. Okay. Mark says that it hasn't started. That's interesting. But you're in the chat and you're watching it on your show, Mark, over on Hot Mic. Let me know. I don't know. It should be working. It seems like it's working. How are we doing over on YouTube? What's up, Sylvia Gabriel? How is this? Let me make sure the feed looks good and everything sounds good. Yeah, everything looks good. TJ McConnell or Jordan Clarkson? I might have to go with TJ, man. TJ's good. He really makes a lot of plays all over the court. Jordan obviously can score a lot better, but I think on the other end, TJ may make up for that one. Clippers are the 2021 NBA champs, and Lakers are lost. Yeah, well, listen, it could very well be just a question of Vogel trying to just he'll nail the 1 5-man lineup. They'll get him back in the game if he can figure out what that is. They need to get rid of Wiggins and Oubre. And listen, Wiggins is very steady. They kind of know what he wants. And if you get Clay out there and you bump Wiggins down a roll, I think Wiggins will be even better than he is now, which is good. He's good. He's doing nicely. The Oubre thing is frustrating because all of a sudden now that there's more ball movement because I don't feel like he was a ball stopper, but apparently he was part of that notion of now they're getting a lot more space and pace. I'm kind of curious, what does that score look like right now for the Warriors? Do they hang on? Oh, yeah. So they put him away. So, yeah. So I thought Steph Curry was for sure going to get 80 points. And the only question Kerr was going to have is whether he had to take him out because it was a huge blowout. But it stayed close enough for long enough, and Steph got his 33. So I'm going to do a video next on that one. We're going to see how Steph is having the best 8 or 9 game stretch we've ever seen. Well, what is this Michael B. Jordan movie? It looks pretty serious. That's actually good casting. He'd probably be, I imagine, a really good, Oh, he's a Tom Clancy novel for a movie. That's going to be good for him. Oh, we have another one. LA Lakers, first quarter total points, over 20.5, under 20.5. Well, what's the score right now? It is, they only have 2 points. You know what? I'm going to say, what do we all think in the comments? Do we think the Lakers are going to get to over 20.5 points? They only have 2 points right now, and there's only 8.5 left. What do we think? Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. What do we think here? Am I not live? Oh no. Has this not been going? Oh my goodness gracious. This was not going to oh wow. Whoops. I hadn't pressed the button to go live on Hot Mic until just now. So whoops, I'm gonna type everything. Okay. Anyway, come back. I think it still worked where you can be in there answering the questions, I hope. Okay, so what were we saying? 20.5, over and under. We got under. At least I was live on YouTube, so that was part of it. But oh, so you're lagging. Okay. By the way, Lenny, if you want to sync up with me, just get the Hot Mic app, and it will sync up with you. It'll sync you up. But right now we're at 8:15 in the first quarter, and Jaylen Brown's about to inbound the ball. I'm on my TV, and I might be ahead of you guys if you're streaming it, but that I think is okay. So we're saying here over 20.5, under 20.5. I see over, under. Who's going to count and tell me what the thing? Yes, all the comments are on YouTube. Yes, although there were comments over on Hot Mic too, so people were somehow in there but not seeing me. So anyway, hi Hot Mic, everybody, come on in, join us. Now I'm live. Forgive me. And we probably wonder if I blew it because you can't answer the other questions yet. You might still be able to answer the first 2 questions, but let's see here. I'm going to go over. I'm going to give the Lakers some credit. I'm going to go over 20.5 for the first quarter points. And we'll find out what happens. All right, we're back. 14-2. It's ugly right now for the Lakers. Let's see here. Some more high post action with running it through Gasol, and a very tough, really nicely contested jumper from Schroeder. So they're not getting any side-to-side action. They're going right to these high post splits. It's not getting anything. It's a lot different when you run it with LeBron James. And whoa. So Kemba is now, it throws the ball out of the corner way off target as if Jaylen Brown could be out of bounds catching that ball, which is where it's going. And then he's trying to yell at him like he should be practically out of bounds to make that catch. That's kind of silly. But we have horns with the Lakers. Again, everything's out of the high post here on the elbow with Gasol. And Taylor Horton-Tucker gets in, points the shoulder into the chest of the big man, and nice layup. Good job. Who's my playoff dark horse? I kind of want to say the Dallas is my playoff dark horse. But, okay, so now we have Marcus Smart coming off that double pin down, and they're running it into kind of a Horns-ish set there. We get both these teams playing the same offense. Interesting. And Wes Mantooth is trying to handle, oh, my goodness, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. It ain't going to happen, especially with a reach-around attempt at a steal. I mean, he's probably 5-6 inches shorter than Tatum, so he's already under the gun, but I don't know how he's going to handle that. Oh, Mark. Okay, good. Sorry, Mark. I had no idea. I used to just go live. Here I am live on Hot Mic. Anyway, okay, nice little pin down for and a curl into the lane. All right, fine. I guess Tristan Thompson can hit a lefty floater like that. Didn't look pretty to me, but okay. All right, Gasol. They need points somehow. He was open from 3. You might as well take it. But, man, I think my 20.5 points over is going to be a bad decision here for the first quarter. All right. Tristan Thompson getting me to sort of raise my eyebrow. I'm not a fan of his game, but he's been playing better so far. Inside ball screen for THT. Now, he collapsed the defense a little bit and opens up the shot they want from Wes Matthews. And we get the, shooting of the arrow thing. That's always interesting. Oh, okay. Look, here's a turnover. Maybe they get a layup, and all of a sudden the game is kind of back. Oh, my goodness, where they want it to be. Oh, this is an NBA fast break. They give up a layup on an open corner 3 to get a 3 on the move from the wing. That's a wasted possession. Okay. I didn't think Kemba had it in him on that. Good contest, by the way, by Kuzma to contain and then get in the air to contest that shot. But Kemba rainbows that from straight out top. And here we are, 21-7. But think about that. It was 18-7. They could have gotten like 18-9, 18-10, with another stop. Instead, boom, it's 21-7 again. It's the little things like that. Hey, there's Kelly Oubre on. Speaking of the devil, he's on a commercial. Good for him. What do I think about Jamal Murray's injury? Well, I think the biggest problem I had with it was that the game was over. It was a minute to go. They were down by 10, and he's sitting there trying to go 125%, stretched out. The knee got too far out of his body, and it's a non-contact injury. It's really kind of just too bad that happened. It shouldn't have. I kind of feel like in those situations, you got to stay a little bit more within yourself. See if you can get a shot or two, but you got to know the situation there, and it's not worth what he did. Why isn't CP3 MVP? Another good question. His numbers aren't as gaudy as the MVP guys are. It's probably the answer there. You need to have the big, numbers. Rondo, Kawhi. I haven't had a chance to see the Clippers play that much, but I did see Rondo, I think, his first game back, and it looked great, just like the Clippers in general. So they're going to get, the playoff Rondo, who's going to throw dimes, get everybody in the right positions, make heads-up scores every once in a while, make a heads-up play on the defensive end too. So they're lucky they got him. He's a nice addition for them. He's gonna change that team a little bit. I don't know if I have a favorite team, honestly, at this point. LaMarcus, I mentioned earlier about retiring. It's a blow because he was going to help them, but they're deep enough where they're going to be able to handle that as long as they're all healthy. Are the Suns contenders? I'm getting closer and closer to believing that as we go along. Yes, like maybe more so than the Jazz, believe it or not. What moves do I foresee the Celtics trying to make to contend again? This is Coach Glenn over on Hot Mic. That's a good question. What moves can the Celtics make? Well, obviously they have the core. I mean, they might want to, it might be Kemba. They might want to find a different person than Kemba to run that position. Will CP3 ever win a ring? Like, probably not, the way this is going, unfortunately for him. But, hey, it doesn't diminish how good he is. You got it, Hardwood Gems. My pleasure. And by the way, remember, if you're on Hot Mic and you want to chop it up, just request to come on the show. We'll bring you in. Audio only. It's a great way to talk to me directly and then, share whatever you want to say on YouTube as well to all the people out there in the stream. So speaking of which, let me make sure the stream is looking good and sounding good and all that stuff. All right. Who's ready for the playoffs, by the way? I know I am. Although, you know what? It's so crazy. I usually do like a video a day. I don't know how I'm going to do that, man. I've lost that. I'm like out of shape. Would CP3 and the Celtics make them instant contenders? Yeah, probably. I think they'd be a lot better. I think CP3 makes them a lot better than Kemba does, believe it or not. Okay, everyone can hear me okay? Hey, I'm getting a little weird thing about my audio stream, but I'm assuming everything looks good at least. Jaylen Brown should take over as well as Top Gun over Tatum. Yeah, he plays within himself more. Tatum will try and shoot crazy shots, and he's shown that he can make them like in very opportune moments. But all right, I'm checking to see if there's any other new questions we got to answer. Okay, but here we go. Out of the timeout, we got Caruso with a little pick and roll, cross back over into the lane for a jumper. There we go. So now we're starting. Maybe that's a little solution. Get Caruso in there. Change the lineups a little bit. Maybe they can spur the offense. Certainly bringing Montrezl Harrell in as well should definitely spur some more buckets. And that's a good. See, look what happens. Caruso runs the pick and roll, quick crossover, hits the shot, comes back down, plays really good defense, takes it basically a charge on Brown by trying to get in there on the handoff. Great stuff already. 2 plays, 2 positive contributions so far. Oh, Romeo. We have Romeo in the game. Zipper fist into a pick and roll for Kyle Kuzma. And he gets downhill, but they get a nice strip. But look at it. Here comes. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Montrez has to dunk that or has to put that in. That was a Caruso had a really nice lob pass to him. He caught it in the air. All he's got to do is put it back in one swoop. Instead of he brings it down, and now he's shorter on the defender who can now pressure that miss. But look at that. 3 plays, three greats, 3 good stuff, 3 good things. Well, 3 out of 4 plays so far. That's like crazy good for Caruso. So there's the step up into flare. And then we get a little THT floater. So now we got some going here. Maybe they're gonna make a run for that 20.5 and make me look good. What do you say? Double ball screen across the top, and they love to run that for Kemba. Well contained. And then look, there's Caruso right back on Kemba coming back in from out of bounds. And they call a foul on that? Wow. That's textbook defense. Let's see the replay on that one. I wonder if they're going to show that one because that was, Caruso's not happy, and neither am I. We have a coach wants to know about the play-in format for the bottom of the bracket. So it is, and then you guys have to correct me wrong. The 7 and 8 play a game to make the 7th seed. The 8 and 9 have to play a 2-game series, or 8 and 9, and then 10, 11, something like that. They have to play 2 games if you're 8. If you're 9 or 10, you got to play 2 games, I think, to get into the 8th spot, right? I might be going crazy. That's how it was explained to me, but someone will clear that up in the chat, right? Will teams run more zone? Probably not. I don't know. You might see a team for like a game or two like break it out, having not done much of it in the regular season as a surprise. But I don't know if we're going to see more than we do in the regular season, honestly, unless you're like the Raptors, who probably aren't going to make the playoffs. Okay, so there you go. Look at that pocket pass, tiny window. Caruso gets it right to Harrell, and then he finishes it strong. Terrific stuff. Okay. Close out. Okay, look at that. That's a good Marcus Smart play so far. Remember, I have the Marcus Smart watch. We got to figure out if he's a good Marcus Smart or the bad Marcus Smart. He could be both in the same quarter. Okay, so there comes Caruso. A little 2-man game with Wes Matthews. Look at this. What? That's an offensive goaltending. He gets middle right to the basket, goes off the right, left, both feet gliding to avoid any defenders. Lefty off the glass. Beautiful. This is as well as you possibly can play coming in the game like this. It's almost like, why didn't Coach Vogel put him in earlier? All right, we got an explanation here. I'm going to grab it in a second. All right, inside ball screen we got Peyton Pritchard sighting. A long 3. Okay, so Marcus Smart knows I'm watching tonight. And long 3 that he nails. which usually means he's going to miss the next 2 or 3. All right, so they're running some 2-man game on the left side here with Taylor, Horton, Tucker. Little step back. Nice. Okay. So I think what Vogel is realizing is it's like the Carusos and THTs, and he needs to bring them in. They're giving him the spark that they needed to get back in this game. And they're not quite back in the game yet, but they're only down by 11. All right, so a little Princeton action here on top, a little split across the top. Nothing doing. And there's that floater. I kind of feel like Tristan Thompson doesn't hit very often. Okay. So THG gets all the way to the basket, can't finish it, ends up doing the fadeaway, which, probably would have been best off kicking it out and seeing if they get a better attack after that. And then it leads to Pritchard with a wide open 3 in the corner, but they can't nail it. And Foster doesn't make the call, or he does. It's a delayed call. It looked like he was waiting for somebody else to see who it went off of, but that's his call. All right. 7 plays, 8 for 7 seed. Loser plays winner of 9 and 10 seed for 8th seed. That makes sense. Did you get that, Coach Glenn? 7 plays 8 for the 7th seed. The loser plays winner of 9 and 10 seed for 8th seed. Perfect. I could not have said it better, Mike. Thank you. Now, the only question is, what if you're tied for 10th? All right. There's that Celtics helping off of it wasn't quite one pass away, so we'll give it to him. And then Smart did kind of get there for a contest. But that was a pretty good look. Vogel can't complain about that one. Kemba probing off of the pick and roll. Can't find anything. They're going to get Tristan Thompson to clear Romeo out of that strong side corner. Give him some more room to operate for the mid-range. Can't get it to fall. And they're going to – all right, that looked a little bit like Tristan Thompson cleared out. But Foster is going to say it stays here. And I bet you THT is going to be wondering what the heck's going on. Do I like the play-in concept? I think so. I like to, I'm gonna watch it and I want to kind of see it too, just to see it play out. But yeah, anything they can do to try and stop teams from tanking is good. Right. Imagine if a 10th seed gets in and then wins the whole thing. Yeah, that could happen, but probably because like LeBron miss all those games and they fall to 10 and then he gets healthy right before the season ends. That would probably be how it would have to happen. All right. Oh, the dinner is ready. Well, I tell you what, at halftime, we'll take a break. I'll put up a little sign on the hot mic or whatever, go eat some dinner, and I'll come back. Because I need my energy for you guys. So there's LeBron on the bench. Where's AD? Is he somewhere? Now, is that Markieff Morris's beard behind him? He's not playing either. What's the best way to lose a defender? I don't know. The hesitation, Hezzies. Okay, let's go and see Montrez going to work down low against Tristan. This is a good matchup here, and there should be quite a lot of violent collisions going on, as we saw just there. And then the layup gets finished by Trez anyway. He's a tough SOB, that guy, Montrez. All right, reverse. Okay, now there's the shot. See, like Smart had hit one that was open, and then he was not open on that one. He just jacks it up anyway and can't finish. Oh, and they let THG get away with that. It looked like he got his off arm up a little bit into Peyton Pritchard's chest, and he's letting Scott Foster know that. But they let him get away with it, and he gets the layup. But look, 8-point game. And look, 21. They got to score one more bucket for me to win that prop bet. Oh, here's another question. I'll get to as soon as this dies down. Will the LA Lakers' first quarter total be odd or even? I'm going to say odd. I don't know. Oh, no, I can't answer that question. Hello? Why didn't I see that question before? Oh, well. I guess I'm not going to win $100, but somebody else might. Maybe it's too close to the end of the quarter, but I should be able to. Oh, wait, my answer is correct. Oh, I'm sorry. The over-under was 20.5, so I was right. They got to 21. Nice. Kick out to Peyton Pritchard. Now, Peyton Pritchard, they must have told him they want to see him, attack more off the dribble because he was running pick and rolls last game, and he's bypassing a potential three-pointer in the corner or a shot fake sidestep three-pointer to attack the basket for a floater. So something in my mind has changed with his game. He looks like he's trying to attack more off the dribble. as if someone said you can do it, or we don't know if you can. You got to prove it. Something. Pocket pass to Trez for a little floater. That's a tough one. He's moving to his left. It's that weird tweener, like 11 feet. Hard to always gauge how hard to shoot that one. But they'll get one more chance. The Lakers will if they can get a stop here. So I suppose we're going to see one of those that step back to the right by Tatum off the dribble. Let's see if he does that. Oh, he just pulled. Oh, slammed it off the backboard. But hey, right to Romeo Langford for the putback. So, he won't get an assist for that, I guess, but he almost could have. But there's still lots of time for the Lakers, and they're calling a foul non-shooting. Interesting. I guess Scott Foster wants to think there was enough contact before the shot, which might even be right. Let's see the replay. THT is certainly not happy about it. Lakers using the smallest lineup possible. Yeah, listen, Trez at the center position makes you pretty darn small. But I would think that THT is still he kind of gathered it as he was going up. I don't know. That's close. But there's no question he had gathered that already and was up on his way up. That looked like that could have been a shooting foul. But let's see. Horton Tucker is probably not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Oh, they reversed it. Look at that. They actually did give it to him. Wow. I wonder how that all happened because that wasn't a review as far as I could tell. Let's see here. Can I see Danny Ainge moving on from Brad Stevens? Yeah. It all depends on how well the Celtics do this year in the playoffs. If they don't make it out of the first round, I think Stevens is gone. Oh, well. Don't forget, at this point, it might be a little bit late, but you can join me on the Hot Mic app. We are doing questions, and you can accrue points. And if you have enough points at the end of the night, you can win $100. I'm keeping my eye on that question. Okay, so that was important to get those free throws back for them. And now it's an 8-point game again. They tipped the ball out on a long down-court pass, and we are now at the end of one. Boston up with a nice, hefty 31-point first quarter. Good for them. The Lakers, but hey, give them credit. They came back from down, 14-2, I think, to make it into a game. So we shall see. Now, that was weird. Did anyone else see that? They flashed 39-23 as a score, maybe as a mistake on the way out to the commercial. Maybe that was a glimpse to the future, like the Matrix. All right. Nobody wants to come on here and chop it up with me, huh? If you download the Hot Mic app, we did it last time. It was people, I had a bunch of people there who wanted to talk to me. So if you do, come on. We'll do it during the timeouts or during a chance in the break in the action. But we 1 quarter down. I'm hungry. I cannot wait for the dinner my wife made me. All righty. What's for dinner? Chicken and mushrooms. What is that called? I forgot. I made it in the recipe last week. And it was so good. What's the dinner again? I'll tell you in 1 second, but it was really good. Really juicy. We make it in a pan with mushrooms and like a little wine and a little baking powder maybe, and make the sauce thicker. It was really good. Momentous Mixes. Hello. Can the Sixers beat the Celtics in the playoff series? Yes, they can, and I would think that they would. Do I have a finals prediction at this point? I would say the finals is going to be the Nets for Chicken Marsala. That might be what it is. Chicken Marsala, right on cue. The wife texts me as well. Good call, Brett. Look at the big brain on Brett. Say what one more time? No, we can't do that. That scene. Chicken piccata would have been good. That's more lemon, right, and capers, but that's good too. But chicken Marsala, great call. So anyway, the Nets, the finals, Nets versus. Gosh, the West is like I don't know how you're supposed to pick. The Nets and let's say the Lakers are tired. We don't want to pick them just because they did it already last year. Nets versus the Clippers. I don't know. Clippers or Suns. Thoughts on Harden's fit with Brooklyn? Quite good. Quite good thoughts is what I have about Harden's fit. Basically an MVP until he went down and didn't stop playing because of injury. Do I think De'Aaron Fox's future is Sacramento or should he want out? He probably should want out. I just feel like Sacramento is still a mess so far. They can't quite get things right. Nets versus Clippers. All right, that's that definitely can happen. So Braun and Rob Pelinka looking a little bit skinny these days, and there's AD with his collared shirt on. Okay, and I like how the yellow face mask goes with the yellow stripe. And what's he yelling at LeBron for? It's interesting. LeBron wouldn't even turn around. Kuz and Schroeder are playing it all. Right. You hardly know they were out there. Well, Schroeder a little bit, and then Kuz didn't do too much. But we'll see. I think he's going to get a little bit antsy and want to get some shots up. Kyle Kuzma. Can Curry make a case for MVP? Yeah, I think he could. He could. So if they go on a run all of a sudden and they get out of the play-in, the Warriors, then the Curry should definitely be in that conversation without question. But I do think that Jokic has it in the bag. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I don't know if I can comment too much on the Sacramento Kings and the coaching. I don't know. But Billy, yes, good call. Chicken Marsala. Cannot wait. I'm going to have to pause at the halftime and go eat. Maybe I'll bring it with me. I'll eat some on the camera. And there's Trez. All right, a little turnaround half hook on Cornette, who, is he as good as Tice? He's been making some threes. I got to check if he's still over 40%. He was at some point. He's not as good an athlete. Tice is a better athlete. And there's Peyton Pritchard. Now there's doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is just catching and shooting it. A nice shot. A really good contest by Schroeder as well. Okay, curling. Ben McLemore, good to see. But that curl, it'd be nice if they could get it out to the three-point line a little bit. But easy shot for him from about 18 feet. All right. So again, a lot of high post stuff, a lot of feeding the ball to the big man across the top and cutting off of that. Here comes the reverse and Edwards or Williams. Okay, so there's that mid range that they're trying to get Jason Tatum to stop shooting. Let's see here. Okay, so they obviously want to go to work on Cornette. And that was nice. Another little left-right side glide off both feet by Harrell, power move. And Cornette was powerless to stop it. Okay, so basic motion offense with little pistol action to the right side. Lakers have bottled that up really well, and you can see no middle defense by McLemore. Great job, hand up, brick. AD is going to return soon. Okay, so again, the same play, this time a little bit farther across the middle for Ben McLemore. He can't make that one go down, and that was a good look. So Pritchard, look at that, and it took it right at Harrell and off the glass too. Way to use that backboard. Oh, I bet you we have some more questions to answer on the hot mic. Okay, race to 10. Which team will be the first to reach 10-plus points in the second quarter? I'm going to the Celtics. I don't know why it's not letting me answer. I guess you can't once the second starts. You can't answer. Oh, well, I got to be quicker on these questions. But anyway, if you're on hot mic, maybe you can answer. Oh, look at that. Pritchard tried to do a little extended sort of, Euro and can't get it finished, but they almost got the steal back from Schroeder, but here we go. And then KCP trying to get a little daylight. I don't know. I'm getting the sense that this game is going to be a blowout for the Celtics at some point. Like the Lakers did enough to kind of get back in the game. But I don't know. I feel like the way this is going, let's see what Tatum can do. Now, Tatum didn't get a clean pickup on that, and you could see that his arms were kind of behind the legs and rhythm-wise. There you go, Cornette. KCP, you can't just sort of lay it up and think that Cornette can't stop you. Double ball screen across the top. They do this for Kemba all the time. Now it's for Pritchard. Mid-range, that was ugly coming off his hand, I got to tell you. And I'm short. You know what? Forget what I said about the Celtics blowing them out. I don't know. Maybe either of these teams can take control of the game. Oh, my goodness. The Cornette's looking like Wilt Chamberlain out there. So, I listen. I dig the Euro and trying to be subtle, but, that didn't fool anybody. The Euros are getting harder and harder to execute these days. I think big men are training better to recognize them and anticipate. But yeah, I think the KCP block obviously was hoping he could get that foul call. Okay. Excuse me. So Schroeder, a little foul line jumper. Oh, my goodness. Slammed it off the backboard. That was horrible. At least, like, hit the rim. So Stevens is going with Tatum without – oh, no, I'm sorry. Brown is in there. I didn't even realize he was in there because Tatum looks like he's, the only guy who can score on the floor. But, we're getting into that sort of pickup feel, right? Like, just jack up a 3 off one pass and then, a quick shot on the other end, floater. It's kind of, buzzer beater. Eurostep is not a travel, believe it or not. So Lakers get too much national TV time when the Hawks versus good teams. Yeah, I hear you. Other teams certainly deserve it. But, if, when they're making the schedule, they figure AD and LeBron are playing and everybody wants to watch those guys, right? Why is Schroeder and Kuz not doing anything? Schroeder has been very strange. Like I watched the game against the Heat, and it looked like he was gambling against the Lakers. That's how bad he was. Then I watched the last game. They actually had a big win against whoever that was, and Schroeder played really, really well. So I think he's all over the place. But I will tell you this: when LeBron and AD are back out there, he should play a lot better, a lot more consistently, because they take so much pressure off of everybody else. You're right. Bogdan has been balling out. Now that he's back and healthy. The Hawks have a good team. Okay. Are there any other questions before I miss? Okay. Well, I tried to. Oh. Which team will score more points in the second quarter? I have the Celtics scoring more points. Submit answer. It lets me answer that one now. So remember, if you're part of this trivia, then on Hot Mic, you can win $100. There's a leaderboard. Who's in the. Oh, I'm way behind. Wow, I'm getting killed. I guess I missed a couple questions. That's why I think I am right now. Where am I? I am tied for, I guess, second, but like with everybody else. So, I see. I'm down one question. So you never know. I might be able to jump back up, but I think I missed an answer to one, so I won't get the credit. Oh well, I'll be too far behind. Anyhow, I gotta figure out how to better make sure I see. Anyway, number one is Toast over on the Hot Mic app. Can you see that? That's the leaderboard. If you're over there, is it reversed? Oh, well. Anyway, what do we have here? So I think the Lakers' three-point percentage will increase. I'm assuming you mean in this game specifically. Let's see here. How bad is it so far? They are 1 for 11. Yes, I think they will definitely increase that percentage without question. 9.1%, they're going to get better than that. All right, Nordic Track getting in the advertising during the NBA national game, huh? I actually got a Peloton recently, and I love it. Anybody else have a Peloton? I got the old one because the new one was going to take like 6 weeks longer to get delivered. Who do I have as the MVP? I think Jokic is simply going to win it. I definitely think that Curry deserves to be in the conversation, and then Embiid will be number 2, though. Why does the sheer star power of Celtics not negate their chemistry issues? Well, I mean, chemistry is a fickle thing, and it depends on the stars, and it depends on the role players and the coaches. It's all sort of a mixture. And right now, I kind of feel like it's not working perfectly. I kind of put some of the onus on Marcus Smart. I think he gets on his teammates sometimes erroneously. And remember, if you're going to get on your teammates a lot, you're basically saying, I'm better than you, and I know how to tell you how to play. And Marcus Smart ain't that guy. That's good. So, so Brad Stevens saying, don't run to your matchup. If you're getting back in transition, you got to pick up whoever's closest to you, and that's who your man is. And look at that, Caruso. Oh, I thought he was going to get the Don Nelson bounce. But here we are. We're back on. It's 7:30 left in the second quarter. 38-31 Boston Celtics, and here they come. They're running a little play out of the timeout. Basically a horn set with a flare back screen, and then into it was almost like an elevator play on the weak side with And that was an unnecessary dive by Caruso. Sorry, flex action on the weak side into an elevator cut. They didn't miss it. They missed it because they were on the other side of the ball, but that was interesting. Okay, 5 out for the Lakers. Is that McKinney? Just nailed it. And look at that 4-point lead all of a sudden. Okay. And there's Jaylen Brown with his little – oh, look at that roll runner from the 15 feet. Puts them back up by 6. Again, Jaylen Brown plays within himself more than like Tatum does. And as a result, I think he's more consistent to me. All right, and there's KCP. So you can see the Lakers are generating a lot of shots coming off of these pin downs and curling into the corner. It's interesting. Oh, look at this. Peyton Pritchard rolling the dice on Marc Gasol. Can't get the step back, sidestep 3 to go down. And here comes the Lakers 5 out again. Ooh, that looked like it was out of bounds. And McKinney goes down. That was an all-around not good-looking possession for McKinney. Remember, you can fall down with the ball. And as long as you don't move much while you're on the ground, it's not traveling. Coach, why do you think the Heat have been struggling so much this season, even after acquiring Oladipo? I think that there's some injuries, right? I feel like Butler wasn't playing a lot. And I don't know. I'm going to have to take a deeper dive to figure out why it's not working like it did last year. I mean, it's still like a bubble experience, but not exactly the same as bubbles. But it's not working as well. And the offense isn't as fluid, it doesn't move as much. It's hard to understand why that is. Okay. I missed another question. Oh, well, I don't think I did I? Anyway, I'm looking at the leaderboard. But it might take to the end of the game to figure out who wins, because some of these questions have to be answered at the end of the game. But don't forget, Hot Mic, if you want to come on here and chop it up, request to speak, please come on in. Let's talk it up. Ask some questions. It'll beam right out to YouTube as well. You'll be a star. They lost Jay Crowder. Oh, you know what? That's not a bad point that Jay Crowder is not there. Diego, thank you for being part of the show. Let's see here. We have an answer over on the Hot Mic app. My answer for the Heat is that the league has figured out how to take away Duncan Robinson. That's interesting. Let's look at those numbers. Let's compare last year to this year. Duncan Robinson. So last year, I mean, listen, he's matching the amount of points he scored last year per game, just pretty much. And he is shooting 41% from 3 on the same amount of 3-point attempts. So I don't know. I wouldn't, at least on the surface of it, I wouldn't look to Duncan Robinson thinking that that's the issue. Everything looks the same as it did last year. Now, I wonder if we did the same thing for Tyler Hero. I feel like that might be different. Let's look here. Now, Tyler Hero actually has improved his scoring, although he also improved his minutes by 4 points. He's not shooting great from 3, but he's shooting okay from 2. So that might not necessarily be it either. So what's next? They know what the Heat are running. Okay, I mean that could very well be true. Is Danny Green good from 3 this season? I don't know. I haven't checked on his 3-point shooting. He looked like an old man, at some point during the middle of the season earlier. But this year he's shooting 41% from 3 on 6 attempts per game. So he's doing great. Philly does not have the best record against Boston in the playoffs, considering the matchup in the semis is very possible. Will nerves be a major factor in how important would the first game be? I think for both teams, it would be a really important that first game, and nerves will be an issue too. Listen, the Celtics do have plenty of playoff experience across the board, but every year is different. But I don't know. I would think that maybe Philly's got lots of experience too, so I'm not so sure it's going to be a serious problem for either of those people as far as nerves. Okay, so what we have here, we're left 5:55 left. Lakers are down by 6, and the Celtics are coming down to attack with Cornette slipping the screen. Probably should have shot that, but So Marcus Smart, what's he going to do against Caruso? Throw it away. I mean, I don't like the way he threw it. Kind of like a weird underhanded hook pass thing. It didn't have a lot of mustard on it. Great steal, by the way. And look at that, Caruso just not a great pass, comes right back to him though, and he gets the layup. Look at that. He's just a fountain of positive plays. All right, dribble pitch to the left side, and Cornette's going to try and take the three. Doesn't make it. Oh my goodness. The gang rebounding by the Lakers didn't work. They fought each other for it, and it went out of bounds. That's too bad, but as a coach, you're like, okay, at least you guys are being aggressive, trying to get that rebound. $2,000 people in the stands at Staples. Oh, had I known, maybe I would have gone. No, then we wouldn't have been here with us. Okay, Smart, good skip pass to the corner. Oh my goodness, nice read by Kuzma, but Kemba's got to see the floor better before throwing that one away. Do I think that Smart was playing poorly because of both recovery and rust? No. The things I point out when I see him play poorly are the things I see all the time from him. Injury or non-injury. It's the same I've seen for years. So I don't think that had a lot to do with it. Now, if he's not banged up and hurt, will he shoot better? Like, he should play better if he's not banged up and hurt, for sure. But the inconsistencies there I just see are a part of his game. So Kuzma trying to get on the board here, cannot knock it down. This is ugly. Now, right now, it's like the scoring isn't low scoring necessarily yet, but it definitely feels like an ugly game. Oh, and there's Marcus Smart. He must have his ears were burning, and another nice little drive and a layup. Are they going to give it? Oh, and they gave it to Kemba. They gave the charge to Kemba. Let's see the replay. It might have been a good call. I mean, I'm assuming he was out of the restricted area. Let's see here. Yeah, he got squared up and was in legal guarding position. Looked like a pretty good call. Let's see. Have the Clippers improved compared to last season? They should have with Serge, but he hasn't been playing a lot, so it's hard to know. But yeah, I think that they have improved, and then adding Rondo too. So a little bit of Princeton action blown up nicely by Schroeder, and then you can see Kemba wanted Tristan Thompson to set a ball screen, and instead he kind of ran the other progression of the Princeton style handoff to the other side. So that didn't go in, right? I got to tell you, Marcus Smart has been playing great. He's been playing great. It's good to see. So this is a crucial moment here because the Celtics, oh, goodness gracious sakes alive. Did he just airball a three like by a foot? Wow. The Lakers should have traded for Kyle Lowry. Well, does that mean that Schroeder goes too? Like, yeah, that I would have probably taken. Well, I like the way Schroeder fits in usually, but yeah, you probably maybe Lowry would have been a good addition to make another title run. Yeah. Yeah, so someone's got to rotate across the top on that one once the ball gets that deep. If it's going to go to your man, then you'll have plenty of time you'll have time to recover because it'll be a long pass. No, we cannot. Grant Williams could not make it go down from three. I'm sure Grant Williams is a great teammate. He works really hard, but if you got to play him, 15 minutes a game, then you're not a great team. It's the way they're missing too. I feel like these are stagnant sort of shots, bricks from three. The Lakers are doing so. All right, good rotations for the Lakers to cover up that after that double team down low. Doesn't matter though. All right, we're getting close to the halftime here, close to dinner. What do you say? All right, so let's see. Mark is going to shoot it again. That time he hits it. Okay, they're hanging around, folks. Is LeBron the best player to exist on the planet? I think Michael, I'd take him over him a little, kind of. But other than that, yeah, LeBron's it. Okay, a little pistol action across the top, And that I thought that was going to be something, but Jaylen Brown tried to force the pocket pass in there. And then Grant Williams just, runs into Schroeder. You got to be a little better than that, I would think. I know Schroeder kind of initiated the contact to some degree, but you got to control your body, get out of the way. All right. Anybody else going to eat some dinner during halftime like I will? I have the Celtics winning this game. I think they've been in control the whole time, and it looks like they have enough firepower to take it. And there's good ball movement. Tatum make that. It took a while for him to catch it and get it off, even though he was wide open because I wouldn't have taken that much time. But he nails it, and there's the 8-point lead. So the Lakers need to be careful that they don't get this game out of control going into halftime. Wesley Matthews is not better than Danny Green. Danny Green can still move better than Wes Matthews. Maybe not by a lot, but it is better. And absolutely, the Warriors can make a playoff run. Right now, they're not. Let's see. Look at the standings. I'll break this down for you. The Warriors right now are in the 9th spot, so they're right there for the play-in. They're only a half game behind the 8th spot, and they might, I don't think they can get beyond the 8th spot because right now they're what? That's 3 games back from 7th and 4 games back from 6th. They could really get hot and do something. And make a run. There's not that many games left in the season, though, but they might be able to do that. All right, am I missing any questions here? All right, who's going to be the last to score in the second quarter? I'm going to go Lakers this time. Who do you think? Who's going to be the last team to score in the second quarter? Oh, right. It's early. It's late on the East Coast. Sorry. Well, you have a late night snack. Oh, my goodness. Did he really do that? Wow. Tatum threw a behind-the-back pass in traffic to Thompson, who they counted it, right? So this is the crucial moment here. 2 minutes left, and it's starting to get shaky here. The Lakers do not want to go down double digits and, into the locker room. Steph, I would think he'd get tired, but he's moving better than I've ever seen him move right now. He's spry. He's bouncy. He looks great. All right. And Thompson gets the 10-point lead for the free throw. Let's see if the Lakers run here. It's a crucial moment. What kind of set are they going to get into? Horns, of course. High post entry, double pin down on the weak side, hand off into Talen Horton-Tucker. Okay. They get the switch. Well contained, but the switch. And look at that. Help one pass away. Looks like I showed in my video, but Wes Matthews can't finish. But there's Montrezl Harrell to just be the dirty garbage man down there. Excuse me when I say that. I mean, garbage man is the guy who, does all the dirty work. He's not a dirty garbage man, of course. He's doing all the dirty work as a garbage man would, and can't finish, though. And there is this is it. What's that? 13-point lead. Nice catch and shoot by Jaylen Brown. That was what the Lakers wanted to avoid, and they probably can't now. This is the momentum is completely in the Celtics direction. At least, Horton-Tucker is trying to force the issue here and gets free throws. So they could use some free throws. They stop the clock, get it organized, get some points while they're at it. Yes. Okay. So I wonder how the leaderboard's doing so far on the Hot Mic app and who might be winning $100. Looks like Toast, DJ Hoop, Black Nami, and Chuckster. I wonder if they're all in my group or not. Okay. Clem, why is it ridiculous for the Eastern Conference? Because there's so many bad teams. The records are so bad down there. All right, here we go. Oh, another backdoor cut. Again, when they dribble at you, cut backdoor. We saw that in, I think, the first play of the game, and then another one for a dunk. This is now getting to be embarrassing. And the Lakers, they probably could have called a timeout here. if they really wanted to try and win this game. But, you know, by the way, the Celtics have upped their defensive intensity. It's much better now. A long two, okay, they'll take it, but that's a tougher shot. I would, you know, you'd rather see drives and kicks for threes or layups and free throws. There's that right step back. Oh my gosh, that's the one he makes. Jason Tatum. It's the heartbreaker. The Harden step back. That's too much. And the dude's 6'10" doing it. Okay. So you can see the Celtics did a good job of like cutting off the angle to make that running shot a lot harder, and then that's why it missed. But they couldn't quite clean up the boards. I thought they maybe had to stop there, but Trez is just too tough down there. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, for however it felt like the East was getting better and they would be more competitive, it's like it kind of disappeared again. The bottom of the East is just really, really struggling. Vogel is great. He really doesn't get enough credit for being a great coach. What he did last year to be able to get those role players to fit in so well alongside LeBron in the first year was great. Or second year LeBron, but like, you know, that team. And then he's getting them to play defense generally, except for tonight. Right? Their defensive rating, I think, is still really high. Let me look. Okay. So they're going to let Marcus Smart wind this down. Another horn set. I hope they had a foul to give. Wes Matthews like not collided and knocked him down. And he's like, I didn't touch you. They're not going to show the replay of that one? All right, let's see here. Is that a foul to give? It looks like it, yeah. So not a bad foul. Okay, so now they start over again. Basically, the shot clock and the game clock are the same. Okay, now they let Jaylen Brown attack. So Caruso is not the guy necessarily you want to attack in an ISO. Oh, my God. As we saw, Caruso did a great job. Great job. And yet Jaylen Brown still just swishes that. And they don't even get a shot off. Yikes. All right, well, halftime. That means I'm going to go away for a few minutes and eat something really quickly. So I'm going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back if you guys are over in the Hot Mic app. I'll be back before the second half, I think, and we can chop it up if you want to come on the show and talk to me via audio, please. So I'll be right back. All right, we back? Are we live? Hello, hello. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see a super chat in there, but I cannot say what you're asking me to say. I'm sorry, that football, but I appreciate the super chat nonetheless. Thank you so much. But we're back. I am now not hungry. Thank God I was hungry, and I'm not hungry anymore. Chicken marsala. Thank you to the wife. How's everyone's Bitcoin doing, by the way? I hope it's doing as well as mine, because holy moly, this week has been insane. Oh, wow. Prescription Kicks, you're at Staples Center and you're watching the stream at the same time. Wow, that's pretty impressive. That football 1997. I guess I could say happy birthday. I'll say that much. What was I going to tell you guys? Yep. Marsala, not masala, but okay. Not to be confused with chicken tikka masala, which is also terrific. Reese, you're saving more money than ever. Great. What else am I going to tell you guys? So this game, how are we here? Let me get the thing back on. Remember, if you want to chat it up with me, you can come on the Hot Mic app directly and be part of that. There's a chance to win $100 if you answer enough questions properly during the game. And you can also then chop it up with me. So let's do that. No one's done that. I don't know why. Last time we had a whole bunch of people. But you know what I got to do? I'm going to share this on Twitter. I feel like I didn't tell anybody I'm doing this to Twitter. All right, let's see what happens if I tweet that out. Yes, Luke Cornett, the underrated defender. I mean, listen, it helps when you just kind of lower your head and just dive right into his body and then just throw the shot up and hope for the best. You know, but hey, credit to Cornett. He kept his position and he didn't foul and he set those shots back unceremoniously. Let's see here. Can PG-13 get over his playoff hump? I would like to think that he can. You know, he's really, really, really good. He can play the game, the basketball really well. I have to imagine that he's going to come through and this is going to be the year. Let's see here. Reese is in Virginia. Okay. Can you just PG in the playoffs this year? Can I just PG in the playoffs this year? Can I trust, maybe is what you meant to say. I don't know. Oh, and look at that. Shaq beat Kenny to the board. That's the most exciting part of their halftime, I got to tell you. Let's see. Can the 1920 Lakers were better than the current Lakers in terms of chemistry? I don't even know. I got to remember. Okay, last year's Lakers? Probably just by the notion of less injuries. They played together a lot more, and they had that chemistry because of that. What's the score for the Celtics and LA games? Should I watch it? Well, it's not great, Bob. The score right now is 61-48 at halftime. And the Celtics were kind of like taking control. It was closer than that. The last 2 or 3 minutes, they got that separation, which we'll have to find out if they can maintain that momentum. But I imagine, Stevens is going to scheme a couple things in halftime and then let the Celtics take over. I hope it's not a blowout because I've got so much work to do. I got to do this surprise video for my wife, and I probably have to stay up all night to do it because I'm so far behind it. I got to get it done, by tomorrow. Can I do a video on the Nets? It's been a bit. Yeah, I think so. I was kind of waiting for them to get healthy again. Let's see. Okay, Cornet's defense has been excellent. All right. I've seen nothing stood out in my mind earlier this year. I've seen 2 or 3 of the games, maybe more, but but nothing bad or good. So that's fine. Which coach is on the hot seat? Which coach? I would say Luke Walton. I would think Brad Stevens, depending on how they do in the playoffs. Who else is on the hot seat? Let's go to the standings. You know, Budenholzer could very well be as well if they don't get to the something. You know, if they don't get to the conference finals, he might be on the hot seat. Who else? That might be, and it's Stotts is probably on the hot seat. That's who I would say. That's about it, and maybe Walton. I do not believe the Celtics are a dark horse contender. I don't think that they're good enough. Can the Raptors make the playoffs? I mean, mathematically they can make the playoffs, but they're really, you know, Siakam is not developed and continued to improve, unfortunately, and they really need him. I mean, they're kind of stuck right now because they might not get a top pick with the record that they have, so they'd have to start really tanking now. I don't know what's happening with the Raptors, if they can do that or not, but they need a little bit of infusion of more talent for sure. Can Curry make a case for point guard of all time over Magic? Yeah, he probably could. Magic was so great, though, as a point guard. I don't know. It's a tough one. They're not the same position. But we start out in horns for the Lakers, and then Schroeder kicks it out. Oh, almost get a steal from that Gasol, who's not looking at the basket. And now the shot clock winding down. They get a nice little elbow jumper, and they cannot hit it. That's tough. It's a good look. And then, boom, they come down and get a layup. Wait, they called it travel? That's weird. I didn't see a travel on that one by Tristan Thompson, but maybe they'll show the replay. Yeah, I would. I might. They might look to trade Kemba. I would say upgrade Marcus Smart, believe it or not, as he gets scored on and gets up the N1. That's the first bad play that Marcus Smart has made all game. I don't know. So, you know, the Heat, there's something missing this year. So we'll have to see. But part of it was I feel like Butler had missed a lot of games, and now he's back, but they're still not like playing great. So I would hold off on feeling really great about the Heat at this point. And then, but there's, okay, so Marcus Smart grabs the long rebound off the free throw, which the Lakers desperately had needed. All right, what are they going to run? Horns, it looks like? No. Go to Jaylen Brown down on the post, and he's got a size advantage over Wes Mantooth. Oh, well, look at that. Too much dribbling. Wes knocks the ball away, gets a steal. Again, 5 out for the Lakers. Not a good pass by Gasol. You can see what happens when you hit the bobble and you catch a low pass like that and against your shot. It makes the percentage go down precipitously. There's the head down, eyes down, Jason Tatum, we all know and love. And then Schroeder is having trouble with the dribble. But the no-look to kick to the corner, can't get a shot out of that. And then they reset with 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, I like what Marcus Law was thinking, but that was way too far ahead of the Schroeder's cut. Okay, good step through. This just feels really bad for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? This feels like this is going to get to 20 real quick. And you know what? It's a talent thing. I mean, Wes Matthews, Marcus Gasol, you know, they don't stack up to what the Celtics have, and the Celtics don't have like world beaters across the board. Well, that was too easy. Schroeder curling in the lane. So we're seeing a lot of sort of pin down curls, you know, into the middle for shots for the Lakers. Who's my favorite player in the NBA? I don't know if I have a favorite player. I mean, you know, who do I like to watch? Luka, I like to watch. I like to watch Jokic. I like to watch CP3. Who else would I like to watch? You know, Harden, the Nets version of Harden is great to watch. Well, so much for the behind-the-back pass off the pick and roll, which I've said is a very fundamental pass to make a lot of the time when the defender is on you. But it's got to be accurate, and Schroeder was not close. So then Gasol goes down on the ground to dive for that one, which, you know, what I liked from Kemba was he tried to stay on his feet and beat him there and get it, and like he would have gotten a layup. Gasol dies, and now he's hurt, it looks like. That's the other issue with diving. If you can't train now, Gasol's also really big, so he's not going to be able to run sort of doubled over quickly and scoop it up like we can teach a lot of other players. So I could see him having this kind of go on the ground like that. But that's the other perils of it, is that you end up hurting yourself or somebody else. Really, I don't know. I feel like if the Celtics kind of fall apart in the playoffs or don't do as well as they think that they should, I would imagine all bets are on the table. I mean, except for obviously Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I would think they'd be looking at everybody else to move. Thoughts on Paul George over on the Hot Mic app, my show. Let's see here. Thoughts on Paul George. Listen, great player, top 10, great defender, great offensive player. At some point, he's going to have to overcome the playoff issues, and why not have it be now? So who is this? So we got Zoe Saldana and Snoop. Who is the third guy in this Corona commercial who's like in the ocean? He seems like he should be famous, but I don't know who he is. Anybody want to tell me? All right. Can I compare Gary Payton to a level of player for youngsters? Gary Payton is like, maybe he's like CP3. We can kind of call it like that, right? Sort of. I'd say he's like CP3. Let's see here. Bad Bunny. Who's Bad Bunny? Like, is that who? Am I supposed to know who that is? I saw that article in ESPN, by the way, about the condensed schedule, and certainly it's compelling to me because they have compressed this, and especially in the second half where they have to deal with scary movie thing with the guy from Homeland. Oh wow. Anyway, what was I telling you? Oh, the condensed schedule. So, yeah, I think that there's something to that for sure. The amount of games we're having to play quickly without a great, preseason. Let's see here. Do you think that Tatum and Brown don't match together as teammates? I don't know. I don't know what the criteria is for matching together as teammates, because they have to be like, passing to each other all the time and setting each other up. Like, no. But do they ever? No, I don't think. So, maybe it's not the best pairing. Maybe that could be an issue. I don't know. But I'm not. It's not like bothering me too much yet. For thoughts on Fred VanVleet, one of my favorite players. Look, there. Okay, here's the dive. Although actually Kemba ended up on the ground too, but he kind of tried to stay on his feet. So Mark isn't that hurt. I guess he's back and he's still in the game. Tough. That's a tough floater. Oh, wow. Gasol just batted out of bounds and then looked at his fingers like as if that was the issue. I don't know about that, but so Marcus Smart with a kick out that was well covered. Then that's a tough runner going to your left, right over the defender is right there. No chance in getting a free throw. Okay, so I'm hearing that Schroeder's got an affected right foot, so that'll cause him some pain. Can Kuzma get going? All right, hits the 3, cuts it to 10. Where does New York go next year? I mean, they need another good player. They need to add another really, really good player, a good scorer, somebody. Otherwise, right now, the New York ceiling right now with this team is probably average. They need to upgrade. Here comes the 3 balls. So, again, cutting it to 9, trading 2s for 3s. So we got 5 out, and then Tristan Thompson just forcing a pass where there was nothing there. Deflected nicely by the Lakers for the steal. So again, everything about the Lakers offense is about attacking into the middle. Everything's coming through the middle on an inside ball screen or a cut or handoff. That was suboptimal. Jaylen Brown trying to force the issue a little bit too much. Okay, so we got 7:48 left in the third quarter. Boston's up by 9 with the ball. Oh, I'm sorry, Lakers with the ball. And they're going to run the double pin down for KCP, but he can break that off early if he wants to. And he does. And then there comes another pin down the other side for Kuzma. Not much penetration here. Clock running down, and Kuzma gets it off. And off-foot runner, very nice move. So Kuzma suddenly is like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let me get some scoring going, and they need it. Okay. Nice little diagonal alignment there by the Celtics to go the pick and roll, hit the roll man, and then have Jaylen Brown in the dunker spot waiting for the finish. Hard to cover that when you rotate properly. But look at that. The Lakers hit another 3 with a trail Gasol 3, and it's a 6-point game. They're hanging around. All right, Marcus Smart, another good pass. And did he basically set a screen there? Now, let's see here. All right. Offensive rebound. That's the best time to shoot a 3. And Tatum gets that corner shot to drop. Oh, I forgot. You know what? On the hot mic app, there's probably some questions we can answer for money. Yep, I missed it. Oh, well. Boston Celtics third quarter total points, plus 30 or minus plus under. Oh, sorry. Over 25.5, under 25.5. I'm going to say under. I bet you I'm too late to choose. Well, when is the time frame here? Why can't I pick it? Son of a gun. Oh, well, I'm going to be way down now because I can't answer these questions. Oh, well, if you're on the Hot Mic app with some questions, if you get answer enough of them right, you can win $100. F9. Yes, I had that key on my keyboard. Okay, race to 10. Here's a new question. Which team will be the first to reach 10 plus points in the third quarter? The Lakers were. That was the answer. Can Smart continue his wide open 3, but he nails it. So again, Smart had a really good game the other night too. So you know what? Yeah, he's turning things around a little bit, I guess. All right, and he recovered on that backdoor cut. Almost got beat by it, but good deflection. And then there's the Kuzma another off-foot runner there. Can't get it to fall, but Gasol is there to tip it in. Now, as you start to collapse the defense like that on that runner, that means that your teammates can get the offensive boards because everyone's focused on trying to stop you. Okay, pistol action for Kemba coming out of the left corner, and he gets a little jumper and swishes that one to go back up by 11. So this is where they got killed in the second quarter, the last 3 minutes of the game, the last 3 minutes of the quarter. Let's see how the Lakers respond in this quarter. And there's Gasol hitting another 3. The 3 ball is keeping them somewhat in shouting distance so far. Can they sustain that? So more pistol action again. This is time for Jaylen Brown coming out of left corner. They miss Tristan Thompson open, but then they find the corner open for Kemba. So now the Celtics offense is really coming alive here. So I'm not sure why Jaylen Brown stopped and didn't follow Wes Matthews to the corner, but he got away with it, giving him an open shot, but they missed. And the duck in by Tristan Thompson is covered up nicely by Gasol as a double, but nobody moved down in the direction of the ball, and Jason Tatum just dunks the ball. So again, this is interesting. It's the same part of time of the second quarter. We're doing it again in the third now, where Boston's kind of taking control. And this is the moment where you're, okay, where's Caruso? Where's THT? You know, KCP and Matthews are giving you nothing. Wow. All right. So they're trying to keep in this game. The three balls is helping them. All right, here we go. Who's going to blink first? All righty. So Marcus Smart tries to reach. You know, it's like with Curry, the way he defends, he just constantly reaches in to dare the referees to call a foul, right? It's like, what can he get away with? And it works a lot of the time where they don't call it and he gets a steal or deflection. And Marcus Smart, you know, let's take a chance, see if I can get that quick poke and then get the ball back on the other side for a layup. But the refs weren't having it. All right, so here comes Caruso and THT. Remember that they made a big difference in the first quarter of the last game. And then, you know, all of a sudden there comes Kyle Kuzma alive, hitting that tough three. Now, it's a lot of energy they have to expend to make this into a closer game. So you have to keep your eye on that. Like all day, you know, they just do their best to get back to within 5 or 4, and then they conk out and they go on a run again. Will the Boston Celtics third quarter total be odd or even? What do we think here? Right now, the score is, what is the score? Right now, the score is 82-75. Will the Celtics third quarter total be odd or even? They have 21 points in the third quarter so far. I'm going to say odd. I don't know. But it doesn't matter at this point. I'm so far down the leaderboard, man. I missed, you know, I couldn't answer a couple questions, unfortunately. Okay. And that's the questions we're asking on the Hot Mic app. If you're curious, hop over there. And then if you want to chop it up, you can always request to come on the show and I'll bring you on. What's happening in the chat here on the YouTube side? Oh, here we go. Coach, what do you think is the solution for the Blazers defense and teams trapping Dame to get him out of the game? I have actually envisioned, as far as the trapping goes, once he gives the ball up, they should send another guy up to screen one of those trapping defenders. I have a feeling that the short roller can get the ball, take one dribble, and then kick it right back out to Dame wide open for a shot. They should do that, and then that would open up that would probably prevent them from doubling as much once they got a couple of good shots like that. So I would like to see a team do that. Defensively, I don't know. I mean, they're just small in the backcourt. Doesn't help them. It's hard to recover and make plays when you don't have enough size back there. And there's not much else you can do. Yes, RJ Barrett's doing nicely from 3. Coach, Clippers have all the pieces. Do you think they can win it all? Yeah, they can. I mean, if they're healthy, but I got to see it first before I can even really figure out whether or not they're absolutely legit. But I do feel like on paper you could say that they are. Sam Presti or Masai? That's interesting too. That might be an interesting video. What are your thoughts on the play-in tournament implemented this season? Okay, so I like it. Like I mentioned before, anytime you can get incentivized teams to not tank is good with me, and it kind of feels like that's what it's doing. I think we need to see it a couple more years to make sure that that's really going on. But wow, I'm looking at the cheapest video, cheapest commercial I've ever seen in my life. What is this and what's it for? Is he selling a car? Rotolo Chevrolet. I guess it's probably a local one and you don't see this one, but wow, the guy must have spent about $100 on that one with like really bad green screen behind him. Anyhow. Do I think that the Warriors with Steph, Clay, and Dre can win another championship? Yes, I think that they could. Well, yes. I mean, I got to look at who else. If Wiggins is alongside him, okay, maybe, and then then if Wiseman continues to develop and be good. Yeah, I think that they could. They might have one more in them. That would be a great story. The best defensive teams in the league. Well, the Lakers are one of them. Oh, well, but we're back. Okay, last 2 minutes of the third quarter, and then Marcus Smart. Okay, wow. hits an off the dribble three going to his right. So I think Marcus Smart took to heart what I said about him in my video. Another really good game, consistent across the board with him. I'm not used to it. There's that snapback action we've seen before from the Lakers. Oh, my gosh. Where they bring the ball to the right corner while they have him out top. Kuzma getting a cross screen coming back toward the ball. I love that action, but Kuzma didn't even hit the rim. Okay, AD is cleared to start. Okay, so AD can come back pretty quick, it sounds like. Eric, and there's Caruso. Oh, Caruso's been shooting the three ball a lot better, I believe, this year. Last I checked, he was, which is important because at that role, he would need to. Wow. I'm always impressed with those floaters. Off of 2 feet, I like them better anyway, but to hit those floaters from 14 feet, that's impressive. Okay, there's Harrell going to work again. He gets into your body, threatens you with drawing a foul, and he gets a shot off for a layup. And they caught him with a legal screen. Grant Williams. Okay. Oh, I think Aldridge should retire his jersey with the Blazers. Okay, so there's Taylor Horton Tucker doing a spin move and can jump off of 1 foot, which is perfectly legal. I mean, the Celtics could maybe make a better, deeper run in the playoffs if Marcus Smart continues to play like he's been playing tonight and the game before. I would like to think he can sustain it, but I haven't seen it for his whole career yet. Okay, there's some good defense by Cornette to wall off Montrez. Oh, my goodness gracious, is that a bad miss? So this is an important moment now. They have a lot of the reserves in for the Lakers, and the Stevens kept Jaylen Brown in to attack, and there he is getting the free throws. Yeah, I don't think Isaiah has much left in him at all. I saw him moving. Where was he playing? Denver? No, Denver. And he doesn't look like he's explosive like he used to be. It's too bad. Let's see here. So the Celtics have no problem kind of maintaining that double-digit lead, right? Even though they make a run, boom, they come right back up by 10, 11, 12. Here we are, the last possession of the third quarter. Let's see what happens with the Lakers run here. So let's see. They're going to run the clock down with Caruso at the top of the key. They're going to do like a little Princeton action, back screen into ball screen there. And then they wave it off and let, THT ISO. Oh, I like the idea there with the finish over the head. And, okay, 12-point leads. And not a great finish. THT, I like what he did is to make it into reverse. He's got to finish that one better. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so what do we have going on in the chat? Don't forget, if you want to, time is running out. If you want to chop it up with me, you can download the Hot Mic app and request to come in the show. I got it. By the way, I might have seen like one Fast and Furious movie. I don't know which one, but I might have seen one of them. And I got to tell you, this last one looks really good. I kind of want to see it. Doesn't everybody else? I mean, look at the cast. Charlize Theron. I don't think she's been in them before. John Cena, and then everybody else. Can Luka Doncic become an all-time great? Absolutely. Listen, Luka could average a 30-point triple-double for like 10 straight years. That's the greatest of all time, right? Like, I don't know how you'd say he's not. Let me see what he's averaging this year, because I feel like because last year he was at 29, 9, and 8, and this year it's at 28.6, 8, and 8.6. Yeah, I mean, I would have thought he was going to continue to get those numbers up a little bit higher than they were. But what's different about him this year? He's shooting better from 3-point land by a lot. But let's see, the 2-point is a little bit lower. That's part of it. And then let's see, overall field goals are the same. It's interesting. Why is he down like 2 points? He's even playing 2 more minutes this year. 35 minutes might be too much too, but he seems to be durable. So yeah, I mean, listen, if Luka ends up doing 29, 9 and 9 for whatever, yeah, that's got to be in the discussion for greatest all time if he does that for 10 or 12 straight years. So I watched some women's college ball. I watched a little bit this year, but believe it or not, and was kind of frustrated by some of the tactics the coaches use for women's basketball in college. Jack, about the Marcus Smart. Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody wanted to remind me that he was coming off an injury, but I'm basing that analysis on I've seen him do it all the time, no matter injury, non-injury, at any time of the year. So I'm not sure I buy the mistakes that I see him make have to do with injury. Is Terry Stotts a good coach? Yeah, he's a good coach. Team Kong or Team Godzilla? I think I might like Godzilla better. I'm not really, the Primal Rage to me kind of just turns me off. Is LaMarcus Aldridge a future Hall of Famer? We might need to make that into a can we do that? No, I can't. We need to have a poll. I don't think that Aldridge it's a Hall of Famer, but then again, like, what are the criteria? I don't seem to know. Does anybody? Who's the best player in the NBA right now? I mean, well, like KD is still kind of rusty coming back, so he wouldn't be the best. And LeBron is injured if you want to go there. So like, who's the best right now? I don't know. Does Peja? I don't think so. I would take Lowry over Westbrook in their prime. And is Lowry a future Hall of Famer? I mean, I don't think he should be, right? I mean, listen, he's good, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame material. All right, we're back. And there is, wow, Jaylen Brown came off that pin down, had a sliver of daylight going to his left and just nailed that three. This is a really important moment for the Lakers here with their deep bench in. A low post split. Look at that. That's a little triangle action that they're running. Although I dig the ball screen in the post. Good. Oh, there's Cornette turning the tides. Wow. And then that was not as pretty move on the dribble by Brown, but it's effective. It got through the double team and got him a layup. So here we go. This is it. Pistol action out of the corner for Caruso. Defenders in jail. Oh, my goodness. I like the idea, but there's Grant Williams with a good steal. This is about it for the Lakers here. Oh, there it is. Wide open. Yeah, that's a beautiful offense. 20-point lead. That's it. I don't see it changing now. They've been threatening, right? And I said this in the first quarter, right? Or maybe, in the first quarter. They've been threatening to this, and I lost my nerve and didn't want to go back on that prediction, but here we are. Is Kawhi better than LeBron in one-on-one? That's a good question. If they play each other one-on-one, who would win, LeBron or Kawhi? I don't know. I might have to go with Kawhi. I feel like Kawhi could shoot better, and that might end up. I mean, listen, if LeBron's going to bully him down low, then okay. But that would be a good matchup. But I kind of feel like maybe Kawhi would be able to get some extra threes. Yeah, get ready for Taco. He's going to be coming in. The Lakers look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're out of gas. They're also a little less talented than the Celtics anyway, with the way the team is now. The Nuggets can do a lot without Murray. I think by committee they could cover up the production that they weren't getting from him, and I feel like they're capable with. They've got Campazzo to run the point. They've got Eric Gordon can pick it up. Will Barton. They have a lot. They're deep. They have a lot of players that could cover for that. So I'm not so sure all is lost right now for the Nuggets. I haven't gotten a chance to watch the Clippers recently. I feel like I watched something recently. What did I watch for theirs? But let's see. The Clippers right now in the last 10 are 8-2. They've won 7 in a row. So yes, they're hot. They're playing great. I need to get my eyeballs on them and watch a bunch ASAP. I just got to get through tomorrow. I got to somehow get this video done. I barely started it for my wife's birthday. And then I'll get back to everything. And I got to finish this damn Knicks video. Ooh, deep dish pizza. Thank you. Right. Since I put the video out, the Celtics have been playing a lot better. It's funny that way. Will Tatum be a top 5 player in the league? Maybe. I mean, he seems to be on that trajectory, but some of those guys got to drop out and maybe retire first. I think Brad Stevens is, a terrific coach, and he sort of is. I like what he stands for and how he communicates and all those things. So I think he's a great coach. Yeah. Yeah, Clippers are a dark horse. I think if they're healthy, they should be. But again, I need to see it a little bit before I can feel great about that kind of prediction. Diego, okay, I'm glad. I hope you are. I'm gonna, hopefully I need another half an hour to finish it tomorrow, and then get it out there early. Do you consider Draymond a future Hall of Famer? I mean, Draymond is, like Dennis Rodman's a Hall of Famer, and then Draymond should be a Hall of Famer. Anthony Edwards is great. First of all, he's just a great kid. I love his answers. He's hilarious. And he's just an incredible athlete. He's getting better. I started to do a video on him. I'm going to have to revisit it. I got pulled away by something else. And he definitely is a late comer to the Rookie of the Year award, but should be in the conversation. It should be a really good player. Wow. When you get dunked on by Grant Williams in the post, it's not your night. Is there a chance Zion is better than Luka? So, because I would say Luka, Zion, Tatum. I think that's the order I go. But Luka is just more skilled than Zion, so that's how, if I had to choose, I would say he's better. But Zion is just a beast. He just, you cannot stop him wherever he wants to go near the rim. But Luka's got the passing. He can shoot from 3. Oh, goodness. That's a nice looking shot from Pritchard, I tell you. Yeah. Pritchard's been a big difference maker for them tonight. And then there's an air ball by Caruso. Yeah, this game is over. Oh, look at Pritchard just, abuse KCP. Yeah, you could take essentially out. The game is over, and now it's just a question of how much they're going to win by. I'm probably missing another question. Which team will be the first to reach 10 points in the? They already got there. Is that right? The Celtics already scored 10 points in the 4th. Oh well, I'm number 44 in the leaderboard on Hot Mic with these questions. So Mark is in the lead. I wonder which room he's in. Yeah, lads, my GOAT is MJ. Any chance of Harden winning MVP? No chance. He's missed too many games now. He had a chance if he had played every game, I think. Langford, I don't know yet. I got to see more from him. If LeBron matches the 6 Michaels rings, maybe you have to say it, because how else are you supposed to decide between those two? Can the Celtics get the second round? I mean, they could. How would it match up if the Celtics played in the playoffs right now? Let's just pretend the whole play-in thing happens and whatever. Oh, they're fifth. They could beat the Hawks in a first round playoff series, yeah, but then they have to play they have to play Philly most likely, or the Nets. And I don't know how that. I don't think that works that well for them. So then the question is does Brad Stevens keep his job if they lose in the second round? Maybe. Malachi Flynn, I haven't been watching enough of him. No, I feel like I saw him recently. He popped up on my timeline. What was I watching that I saw him? I think I was watching a Toronto game and he's okay. Yeah, at some point, if you look at a team like OKC and if they keep nailing their picks like they do, it's not random, right? You can't just say it's a crapshoot with the draft. Can Luke Cornett hit it? No. Long rebound though, and there's Peyton Pritchard. Luke Cornett again, same spot, and he knocks that one down. So yeah, the defense for the Lakers has been really suboptimal tonight, to say the least. I mean, look at that. The Celtics are going to score 135 points tonight. Maybe a little less, maybe 130. Oh, my favorite, the fake handoff. Grant Williams is trying to get on my favorite players list. Again, I think if you have to rely on Grant Williams playing, 20 minutes a game, then you're not a good team. And he's probably a great team. I'm sure he's a great teammate and works as hard as anybody. But ability-wise, I feel like if you want to be an elite team, Grant Williams can't be a guy who's going to get 20 minutes a game on your team. Oh, I thought Cornett had another block. Good hustle, but hey, nice finish. So what, we got a 15-point lead, 7.5 minutes to go. I mean, at some point, we're going to say the Lakers can't even score 15 more points. The Lakers were able to keep their defensive rating up, though, even without LeBron and KD, interestingly enough, but not tonight. And look at that. There's Peyton Pritchard again, looking like Magic Johnson. Oh, so what's it, 96-106? It's a 20, 20-some point lead here. 27? Yeah. All right, well, now what do we do? This is not exciting. But I guess we got to finish it, right, so we can see who wins this hot mic competition. Who's still with me? Anybody still with me here on YouTube side? Let's see. Yeah, I got people here. All right. All right. Is Andre Drummond overrated? I think he's one of the worst players in the league. So if he's rated at all high, then that's overrated to me. But then again, I think he can be okay on the Lakers when they're at full strength. If he's just running to the rim, waiting in the dunker spot for a little dump-off pass from LeBron to dunk it, he can do that okay. Oh, I cannot switch to the Suns of the Kings. I'm in the middle of the hot mic show. But what am I missing there? Let me see the scores. That's not even a close game either, though. Really, right? 114-108. Suns are going to walk away with that one. And all the other games are over. Yep. Best coach in the NBA. God, it's tough. Well, you got to put Quinn Snyder up there with what he's doing this year. Um, Doc is doing a great job in Philly. Although I've never been sold on like how great of a coach he is, but those two. Who else? Yeah, I would probably pick between maybe Doc and Snyder right now. Would Celtics and Rockets have been better if they traded Kemba and a Wall for each other? No, I think Kemba is better than Wall. Wall is not Wall anymore. My thoughts on Tatum recently. Has he been really great recently? I haven't even noticed. But when he nails those daggers, step back, to the right 3-pointers, that's tough, man. But yeah, the whole team seems to have been playing a lot better after my video. All right, I'm watching this hint the commercial. That's pretty good. Let's see here. Cavs Kyrie was the best Kyrie. I don't know. Is Simmons overrated or underrated? I think he might be just rated where he should be, right? Like, great defender, limited offensive player. But yeah, so I think he's probably rated where he should be. Is Taco Fall ever going to play in this league? Well, let's see. I bet you he's out there pretty soon. Who is better all time, KD or Curry? I mean, you probably have to go with KD because of defense. Does Ben Simmons remind me of Rondo? I mean, not really, like not even like movement pattern, but I suppose if you distill their games down, great passing, don't shoot from the outside much, But Rondo, by the way, his jumper is a lot better than it's ever been. So they run a little 21 action with the handoff to the wing. And look, there's Pritchard making another play, knocking the ball from behind. But hey, look, right to the corner. So now these teams are looking to get out of this without anybody getting hurt. So yeah, so we got Mo Wagner in there. For that means that the white flag is up. I would imagine if Taco is available, he'll be in there sooner than later. Like they'll take Williams out and maybe put Taco in or something. What do I think about the Spurs? I haven't even watched the Spurs that much for some reason. Like they don't come on. I don't watch them. I don't even know. I mean, I like Keldon Johnson, and they're just doing their work. They go about their business. Everyone forgets about them, and they're in the hunt for that last playoff spot, and they're around 500. So but certainly they're not world beaters by any stretch. What should the Hornets do? Wow, that's a good question. I mean, they're building something nice, so they got to keep doing what they're doing. All right. I mean, I don't even know if I have to comment on this game, right? Let's just go to the comments. How do I see the game? I only see your face. Okay, over on the Hot Mic app. You have to watch the game on your TV, and the Hot Mic app will sync it up and tell you where to be on the game. And if you want to come in and ask a question, you can through the Hot Mic app. That's how it works. Obviously, using a stream on another platform is, big no-no to the NBA. Let's see here. And that's right. Hornets need to stay healthy. They've been killed with injuries. Pick the sidekick, Scottie Pippen or PG-13. Oh, I take Scottie. They're similar, though, by the way. So that's not a bad comp, but I think Scottie was the better player. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. Might have to go get like some caffeine. Well, Reggie just said, so what if we're 6th, 7th, or 8th? Well, I think it's a big so what if they're 7th or 8th because they have to deal with the play-in and the extra game. They don't want to do that. I would love to do the breakdown of the Grizzlies Mavericks, but I'm not going to be able to do it. It'll be too late by the time I can do it like Sunday or Monday. So I guess I won't be able to. 5 minutes left. The Mercy. 19-point lead. All right. Is Zion all NBA? Yeah, I would think, Dave, all those things you said. And all NBA this year, one of those teams, and the MVP candidate next year. I mean, it's a little bit tough because they've got Ingram too, but it doesn't stop Zion from getting, from beasting. So if the Pelicans turn it around and win more games, then yeah, Zion should be in the MVP. Carson Edwards. Who is better, Ingram or Tatum? That's probably a video too, but I don't know. Let me check. Ingram's stats are probably awesome, right? Let's look. Yeah, Ingram is 24, 5, and 5. And he's shooting 38% from 3. I bet you those numbers are almost the same as Tatum's, right? So I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if I can choose between Tatum and Ingram. Okay. Tatum's much better than Ingram. I don't know if he's much better. Ingram's good. He's a bucket. Do you think the season schedule is the main reason that causes players injuries? Yeah, there's a big article in ESPN that seemed pretty compelling to me that they're compressing these games. And we're seeing a lot of those, the numbers seem to be going up, and yeah. Oh, I haven't heard people talking about Steve Nash as Coach of the Year, probably because it's like there's so many great players. What are you going to get credit as a coach? But so far, I've liked what they've run on offense. They got the D'Antoni stuff going, and that's part of the coaching. So they're solid. He's solid. Yes, I haven't been following Imani Bates. I don't know who that is. Quinn Snyder. I mean, that sounds right to me that they're going to lead the West end at wire to wire. And play, a team selfless style of ball. I could easily see Quinn Snyder just, it's his award. You would take DeMar, Middleton, or Tobias Harris over Ingram and Norris. Wow. Oh, all right. Let's see. Who will be the first coach fired? I mean, you probably got to look for Walton. You got to look at how well the Celtics do, because if they don't make it out of the second round, it might be Brad Stevens. But probably not the first. The first would probably be, you would say Walton or who else? Dwayne Casey might be him. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe Scott Brooks. Okay. Do I see Chauncey Billups getting a coaching job? I mean, I don't know. I think, doesn't he need to be an assistant first and learn how to coach a little bit? And who could be a better coach for the Celtics? I mean, maybe you want guys a little bit more fiery. I think that Brad Stevens is the mold or the model for how you should coach in today's game. but maybe they need something a little different personality-wise. Okay, last 3 minutes. Let's finish this up. What do you say? Oh. All right, we got Giannis's brother out there shooting free throws. Let's see what his free throw form looks like. I don't think Nick Nurse gets fired now. All right. That looked good, that free throw. All right, this is going to get ugly here. Wow, so good for the refs to call an offensive foul without the defender having to fall down on the ground. All right, let's see here. Carson Edwards. I love Carson Edwards. I think he should play more. Yeah, I think Nick Nurse coaches Team Canada. Who's the best coach in college basketball? Wow. I mean, listen, Porter Moser who just went to somewhere else from Loyola Chicago, is a really good coach. The way he gets his teams to play. I need a shave. You're right. I'm going to shave tomorrow. And I'll use my hairiest razors. I know. Listen, I feel bad for Carson Edwards. He's like just desperate to show and do something. And then he travels on that. And look at this. It's a 10-point game all of a sudden. That's so weird. How did that happen? 8-point game. Are you kidding me? They're not going to bring the starters back, no. But they're going to bring Jaylen Brown back on the floor. Here we go. This could be oh no, 5-point. Oh nope. Turn the ball over. It's a lot of time left, though. All right, this is craziness. Okay, I spoke too soon. Oh, I don't know if I have an all-time starting five. I mean, I probably have like Michael and Larry in there, and then KD, Kareem. Yeah, I don't understand why that would be a foul called at all on Ojale. That was just, going for a loose ball. Oh my goodness, he can cut it to 6. Look at that. They had to bring the starters back. Wow. Oh, they needed that one. Lakers need every single point they can get. International coaches certainly bring a lot to the table. I feel like they think outside the box, and I think NBA teams value that. So they went to a zone here. Yeah, jump ball. So it's still a 7-point game with a minute and a half. That's not that close. It's tough. That's tough for any team to come back, especially now that the starters are in, or at least all the starters are in, and then against the Lakers subs. So that should be it. Well, they won that tip. They need to get a 3 here. Cornet, there he is again. He's just defending that rim. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit tired right now. This is like hitting me like a ton of bricks. Oh. They just cut it to 5, guys. They get a stop on a 3. Oh, this is going to be – please don't let it go to overtime. That's all I ask. They're doing the Kobe ISO for Jason Tatum on the wing, and they nicely double that and let somebody else beat him, and it's Brown. I don't know how Brown got that shot off. He got fouled. They didn't call it. He was like on the way down. Great little bank shot there, and that might be it. That's probably it. All right, long 2, and he hits it. All right. 5-point game. You almost like kind of need to foul early. Hope they miss a couple of free throws. Like, yeah, I would foul smart and see what happens. That's it. All right, the floater by Brown, that pretty much ices the game here. There's no real chance for them to win. I mean, they have to shoot nothing but threes right now. Wait, what did Marcus Smart just do? Because remember, the only thing on defense you need to be thinking of is do not stop the clock. That's all. And yet, here we are. Show the replay. Let me see that. I might jump back. I'm going to jump back and look what he did. So Marcus Smart. It looked like he pulled him down. I don't know what happened there, but that was interesting. Yeah, I think the Warriors contend next year. I mean, as long as Clay comes back and he's healthy and he can move. Well, 6-point lead. They can cut it to 5. Let's see. 5 again, but like it's just there's not enough time left. Oh. Great. They're gonna foul and stuff like that. Hopefully that's the last one. Let's go for the bitter end. Might as well finish this off, right? Wow. Forgive me for but like, oh, that's not even a shooting foul. Okay, they better not foul again. I mean, this is stupid. And they did. I mean, I guess what? They missed 2 free throws. You come down and you hit a 3 to cut it to 3 with, 14 seconds left, 13 seconds left. They foul. I missed another 2 free throws. I mean, I guess there's a mathematical possibility here, but should Roy Rana replace Walton's Kings? I don't know if anybody wants to go to the Kings and be in that situation. I mean, obviously, you got to take an NBA job. And I know Roy. He's a good coach. So, yeah, why not? Do you think Andrew Wiggins will make an all-defensive team this season? I don't know. That seems also political for some reason. Okay, just let the clock run out. Don't foul. Okay, good. Anyhow, well, listen, everybody, terrific stuff. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully one of you guys in my room won the $100. We'll see on the Hot Mic app. But again, we'll be doing this a lot more often. So I'll see you live, across the board. We'll do some regular YouTube live stuff without Hot Mic as well. But anyhow, thank you guys for being here. And don't forget, sports fans, the BBALL Breakdown. We're not a channel. We're a conversation.